My name is Caroline and I'm a primary school teacher living in Wales in the UK, and I've made this video to almost compile a list of ways that you could possibly make some money outside of your full-time or part-time teaching or TA career. In the past 2 years of getting experience in teaching, I have met so many people that don't just teach and TA. They have their own business, or they sell something, they provide a service, and I'm so inspired by these people because I think, wow, you work so hard all day, you have your full-time career, and you go home and it's like you do it again. But then as I get speaking to them, I realise how healthy that also is, because they switch off from work in the evening to do their other thing, which, wouldn't it be amazing if we could all do that, if we could just go home and switch off from school? Because any school staff knows the to-do list never ends. There's always going to be something on your list, and the challenge for teachers and TAs is prioritising, what do I do first? What job is going to impact the children the most? So what should I do first? And there's always going to be something to do. You're never going to tick off all your list on a day. That's just not the nature of the job. So to be able to go home and start something else and do something that has a purpose is a brilliant idea, whether that's a hobby or a relaxation method, or actually a way to make money, because as we know, nobody goes into teaching to become a millionaire. You're never going to go and make loads and loads of money so you can spend your school holidays in 5-star hotels around the world. That's just not the job, and it's not why we go into it. But times are tough at the minute, the bills are rising. If there is a way you can make a little bit of money on the side, go for it. I'm trying my best to do a few different things, so I'll talk about my experiences in this video. Just a bit of a disclaimer, I don't know if other people are the same, but when I got my teaching job contract, it says if I want to get a second job or I'm involved in something else, I just need to get some permission from my head teacher. And I haven't needed to do that yet because I've only just started at that school and the things I'm doing don't really count for that. But it's a good idea to always just run it by your head teacher first, because just in case they think, oh, it's not appropriate or not suitable with the school, or it's always better to just ask. And also, if you're honest and transparent, they might be like, oh, I'm interested in that. What are you selling? I'll buy something. So just always be transparent. If you feel like you have to keep it a secret, you probably shouldn't be doing it. So if you can be honest and tell the team what you're doing, they're going to be supportive of you. They're going to be supportive of your business. But anyway, I will get started with idea number 1. My first idea is something I've been doing while at university, and now I'm a teacher, and babysitting. It's perfect for a teacher because people like to book someone that they know can work with children, that they know might have the first aid, they know they've got a DBS check, they know that they're safe to come into their home and work with children because of the nature of the job. But also, it's nearly always a Friday, Saturday night, and that's when I'm not, if I'm not going out anyway, it's not going to interfere with my teaching work at all. It's not like, oh, I'm going to be really tired for the next day because I was babysitting till midnight, because it's always at the weekend. And then as well, it's really sociable too, because you get to know different families in your local area, and then they might know someone that needs a babysitter, they will know someone, and it's very easy to do. You don't need a qualification, you don't need to spend any money on it, you just turn up. And it depends what children you get, whether you might be able to just sit there and do your planning, but likelihood is you're going to be playing with the kids, watch a movie with them, help them get to sleep if they're missing their parents. So definitely don't go and just think you can sit there and do nothing, but usually you can get a bit of work done as well if the children are a bit older. And I've just done it all through a website called childcare.co.uk. You put up free adverts and just say, this is me, this is my age, this is where I live, and the parents just contact you. I was on the website maybe for like 2 years. I set up a profile, 2 years passed, I never even logged on, never checked. But then in my old area there was like loads of people on it, no work, and then I've moved to this new area and I get messages quite regularly. And what's nice is I'm also able to say no. I can say, no, I'm not busy, I'm busy this weekend, or no, I've got too many families on the go, I don't want to do too much, because you are a bit more in control. And then as well, they'll say to me, how much do you charge? I just picked a price that I thought was reasonable and fair, and that's my rate, but I'm in control of that as well. And then they messaged me on the website and I said, I'll speak to you on WhatsApp. Phone them up, you can meet them in person if you like. Then you can just organise it between you. And the parents are usually really happy to just do that rather than keep going through the web, because you have to pay for like a premium account on the website. So I've just got the free account and then communicate with parents direct, because usually they're local people. And then other people, it's like, my friend has booked you, can I book you? And it's word of mouth. So that's my first one, and I really enjoy it. I've never babysat children from my schools though. I would draw a line at that, because you're a teacher, you're not a first name to them, if that makes sense. But babysitting's a really good one. Charge whatever you want. I charge £10 an hour, and someone told me, that's really cheap, but I'm not going to be charging loads of money to sit there and watch a movie with them when I'm not doing anything anyway that night. It's extra money, it's not my primary business. But yes, you can decide what you want to charge, and don't be afraid to say no if you don't think it's the right family or the right circumstance for you. My second idea is to do a bit of tutoring, whether that's GCSE A-level or helping for 11 plus exams. You can quickly make a business card using a free app like Canva. You can post that onto your local community page and say, this is me, this is what I do. A family might reply, they might not, keep giving it a go. But even if you had 1 or 2 children or students a week, that's a good amount of extra money, and the likelihood is you've already got access to all the resources you need through your job. And you've got that knowledge in your head. Don't agree to tutor GCSE biology if you're a primary school teacher, because that's going to create way too much work for yourself. But if it's, say, a child struggling with some maths and English, and they're at a really big primary school that doesn't have the teacher probably doesn't have the time to sit one-on-one with them, their parents will just want someone to sit one-on-one with them, work through it with them patiently, carefully, and it's great professional experience for you as well, because you're working with a child that might be struggling and you can help them, and it's really rewarding. And that's likely going to be very sociable hours after school, in the evenings, maybe on a Saturday morning. If you are looking about getting an actual job and being on a payroll, I've always loved being a waitress. I just really, really enjoy it. It's so sociable. On a Friday, Saturday night, I'm not a party animal. So when I was a waitress, that was like my night out. Working felt like my night out and working, because all my social needs were met, because I met so many people and I worked with a really great team. But then also I didn't feel the pressure to have to go out like drinking and clubbing, because that's not me at all. The only thing I would say is I don't think many head teachers would be happy if you were working in a bar on a Saturday night that parents could go into. It just isn't, I don't know, it's just one of those things. I just don't think they'd like it. But if it's the summer holidays, if, for example, I live near loads of caravan parks and touristy places, I don't think my head teacher would have a problem if I wanted to work there for 6 weeks in the summer, as long as I had the permission. But bartending, waitressing is also great because it's nothing to do with teaching. It's like completely switching off, because when you're serving drinks, when you're doing food, you get your steps in, you're dancing around, you're speaking to people, you're not thinking about marking. But again, I would say that's probably more of a holiday job than the average weekends, because I think if you were teaching all week and waitressing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you would be knackered, and the last thing you want is a burnout. But think about your area. If you live in a touristy place, make most of the holiday work, the seasonal work. Repping for another brand is a really popular thing that I've mostly noticed TAs do it, but they're very creative, so I think they're good at this thing. But I've worked with Body Shop reps, Avon reps, perfume company reps, Tropic Skincare. I've worked with all of them, and it's perfect because they get a lot of business just in the staff room, or staff Secret Santa. Okay, I can do £5 Secret Santa Body Shop products, just let me know. And everybody would order off these people because they were there, they were available, they'd do Zoom calls where everyone could join and buy products. And when you're selling a genuinely good product, like, a lot of people love the Body Shop. I love the Body Shop. Like, I don't feel like I'm being scammed when I'm giving loads of money for these Body Shop products, because it's a genuinely really good brand and I use the products anyway. I would buy them in a shop, so why not buy them off the TA at my school who is going to make money on it herself, and you get a bit of a discount ordering through them, and she makes these gift boxes and she delivers it in a nice bag to your classroom. So definitely just have a look at what's going. Don't step on anyone's toes. If there's already a rep at your school, don't do it as well, like the same company, because then I just think that would be awkward. But there's so many different companies that do it, and I even know a head teacher that was selling these like perfumes, but she had so much business because parents were buying from her and other staff, and she just enjoyed it. And she said she got into it because she wanted the products herself. So she just got into doing it, and then she was making a bit of money on it. Why not? And I think it's quite fun to do. It's quite creative. You can gift wrap things and make your own posters with your special offers. My next tip is making money on your talent and your skill. So I'm always so jealous of teachers and TAs that are really arty and like just can happen to do beautiful portraits or make like clay plates. Like, I can't do anything like that. I've never been very gifted at anything. Like, my talent is being a teacher, I suppose. But then I meet these teachers, it's like, oh, I also am an opera singer. And I just think, oh my gosh, I have no talents or no skills. But good for them. I mean, if you have a really crafty talent or skill, make an Etsy shop. Sell it to just your friends and colleagues starting in the staff room. You've got a great group of supportive people in any school based in the staff room, where if you can make personalised water bottles, you've already probably sold 10 by the end of your lunch break, because you only have to give it to one person and then everyone wants one and we all want a match. And teachers love personalised goods. You can then be making pencil cases and little hand sanitizer bottles, and that's just if you've got that nice label machine and you know how to do it. Yes, you might have to invest a bit in the equipment and setting it up, but once you can do it, you will make money doing that, and you can sell it online as well, on Facebook, on Instagram. I know a few people that have like t-shirt printing machines that weren't that expensive, but like even the school will buy things from them, like, can you do the t-shirts for this school trip? And they just enjoy doing it, and they're crafty people anyway, so they love it. But another thing is, like, if you're a really talented singer, dancer, actress, see what work is going or what events are on in your local area at the weekend. I also work with two people that are really talented at yoga and health, and they've done qualifications in like India and stuff, and they run yoga classes in the evening in their local community, which is so amazing because they like doing it anyway. It's fun for them. They're qualified to do it. They are busy in school, but then they still manage to find the time to do these classes in the evening or lead retreats in the holidays, and that's just because they're making the most of their talent. They're talented at it. They've worked hard at it for so many years. Now they're able to make a bit of a business from it. Don't assume it will happen overnight. Right, I'm going to be a yoga teacher starting tomorrow. Well, you've got to be good at yoga first, haven't you? You've got to commit to it for many years. But if you have something like that, start working on it now. And it's nice to know as well, if you ever decide you want to take a year off being a teacher, just a career break, you've got something to do that will keep you afloat and keep you making money. But you could actually know in your head, I don't need to do this just for 1 year. That will make you a better teacher as well if you feel like you've just had enough. Take a year to do your other passion and get it going. Lastly, I'm just going to talk about summer holiday opportunities in the UK and abroad that I have experienced myself and would encourage you to go for. So I did, when I was at university, seasons as a kids rep for Eurocamp in Spain. Loved it, loved the company. The only problem is the season is very long. So it was like May to September, which is just not a good length of time when working in a school, which is why I haven't been able to go back in the holidays. But I do know they do shorter term contracts, and I think you can ask and go last minute. And also, if you're wanting a bit more of a longer break, then, or you'll say a supply staff, you actually could go for the whole season, or like mid-July to mid-September for campsite couriers. It's like the kids' rep is May to September, but contact the company. If you're in supply even, you don't have to work those last couple of weeks of the summer. You can actually go and do a full season working abroad in Spain or France or Italy, especially because it goes on till September. There's not a lot of supply work at the start of September, so that would be actually really good for a supply teacher, and you live abroad basically for free. You just have to buy your own food, and you're going out money, you're spending money, but you get paid a really good wage while you're there. UK summer work, I've worked for King's Camps, which do sports camps all over the UK. I did it in Manchester, but they've got all major cities, they've got King's Camps, and if you aren't near one of them, you can actually go live away at them. They do military camps, and it's just all day sport, and it was quite good money, to be honest. It's a very well run operation. It's a proper company. You know, you get paid on time, you get a uniform. It's not, you know, a random summer club. It's a very organised company, and they have sports camps in every school holiday and mostly summer holidays. They were really good to work for. I personally, I don't love coaching sport. That's why I've not really done it again. But if you like coaching sport, it's good. And then, what other summer jobs have I done? That's about it, I think. I've done little bits and pieces here and there. But yeah, your school as well will probably have a summer club or a tennis club or football. There's always something on in the actual schools, and they don't always even advertise. So, you know, just contact the local schools in your area. Have you got anything on in the summer? I've got a few free days where I'd like to work. And then my main last point would just be, don't panic so much on making loads of extra money on the side, because your job is being a teacher or being a TA. That's your main thing. Do that well, and you will progress in that career. You're not going to be on your salary you're on now forever. If you work really hard and do well, you will be able to grow in that profession. And something I've started doing this year, because I know how easy it is to spend loads of money on school, I've just set a rule in my head: don't spend your own money on your classroom anymore, because all teachers are guilty of it. You go to Aldi, oh, I'll get this, oh, I'll get this, oh, I'll get this for the kids. Little bits here and there, they add up so much. Don't spend loads of your own money on being a teacher. If you ask your school, can I claim this back? They might say yes. If they say no, it's probably because you didn't need it. Everything you need, they will provide. Things like, oh, that would just be nice. You do have to draw a line somewhere, because otherwise you'll have no money left because you've spent it all on your classroom, which is so easy to do. I've done it before. Or like buying all my own laminating powder. Did everything need to be laminated, really? Probably not. So yeah, just be mindful as well that you're not spending loads and loads of money, or that there's not an expectation of you to spend loads of money, because that's not nice either. If there's an expectation you spend your own money, I would raise that. And also, just when you're living life in the term time, try to save a bit of extra money for the holidays, because the holidays are long. And you don't want to just be sat at home with nothing to do. You want to be able to go away for a couple of days or go stay with friends. So just save a bit of money where you can. Earn a bit of extra money if you can. And I think you'll be really happy and healthy from it and have a great work-life balance. So that's the end of my video. I hope it was useful for you. Please like or comment if you've got any other ideas. And watch my next video. Bye-bye.